Yo, what up, everybody? Ryan the Mighty Quinn here, the Cornerman underscore MMA. UFC Kansas City in the books. Definitely a great fight night. Uh, a lot of good things happen. My girl Jillian Rodriguez, congratulations, Jillian, and Poster Will against an undefeated pair, Rodriguez. That was definitely a tap. You can't tap and then say you change your mind later. With the one, this is a safety. It's refs' jobs to keep you safe, and that's exactly what we saw there. Ion Cutelaba showing he's still the real deal with those heavy hands against Tanner Bozer. Uh, a lot of good stuff all night long. The main event, obviously, is what caught my eye. Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen. Max Holloway still doing it. Great game planning and great adjustments along the way. When I first saw this fight, I thought that Arnold Allen was going to be able to impose his boxing, get inside with either the off-center left hands, the hooks, maybe stab jabs to the body, and point his way to a victory. I thought the size was going to help him out with absorbing some punches, which I'm sure it did, but it didn't. He wasn't able to capitalize off of putting the stamp on exchanges. Now, how did that happen? So I did say on the Betting Bananas podcast earlier this week for you live line bettors, if Max somehow makes this a jab game, that he's going to be able to win this fight. That I don't think that Allen's going to be able to get around it. And he kind of did. He forced Arnold Allen to jab, but not in a way like he didn't have an active jab to try and get, which is tough to do against somebody in an opposite stance. But he forced Arnold Allen to calculate his way in with jabs, and Arnold wasn't able to do it. I know there was the rounds were close, no question. I had rounds. I had Max winning 1, 2, and 3 pretty convincingly. I was pretty strong on that. But overall, he basically scored and then made it with the same with the same stuff throughout the whole fight, as well as when he made the adjustments. We'll get into what he did and how he just was able to keep the steam rolling. Now, he did make it a jab game, but as I said, not as I thought. He wasn't being active. He was staying very poised. His stance was so uninviting to really just let loose on and open up, move your head and come in. Just the way it was almost like he doubled down that Arnold wasn't going to. He was Max kind of has an upright stance as it is, but he almost doubled down in a sense that he was staying in that strict striking stance. He was kind of like high guard, somewhat elevated. It's kind of Max's stance as is, which I didn't even put that into play here. Um, Very uninviting to try to lead the exchanges on in a striking scenario, as well as he kept his distance. So when you're keeping your distance, then Arnold Allen, yes, is going to have to jab his way in, feint, try to do some stuff in order to let loose on a combination. And whenever Arnold was coming in within that striking distance, it was Max that was winning with straights, with 2-1s. That's what's so good about Max. He can go 1-2 or 2-1s, body shots, knees, front kicks, everything. And he was just doing that all the way. Now it was funny. After round 2, I noticed that uh, Max was a little bloody and Arnold was more bloody. I'm not going to say battered, but he was more swollen and damaged than Max. And then I said to myself, damn, that Max is doing more damage in this spec, which is it's a damage game. If the refs and judges have told us nothing, Max is doing more damage here because Max is always getting swelly and blooded, swelled and bloodied. So if he's looking better, then that he's doing more damage in a fight like that against another striker that does that stuff. And then as the fight went on, and Arnold, when he started gaining a little bit of momentum, Max kind of doubled down on his game plan in order to finish exchanges. He just upped the volume in his strikes. It was really, really awesome to see. Just that minuscule adjustment in order to keep putting the stamp on exchanges. It was fantastic. I thought the game plan was great. I thought Arnold Allen had a good game plan as well. That's how I would have done it. Obviously, I was wrong. Make some adjustments. Maybe if he went to the body a little bit more, mix it up, straight left to the face, straight left to the body, come up with a hook. But either way, Max was just doing so good at keeping his distance and keeping within his striking range. The patience. Usually when we see Max scoring, that was the other thing, is he kind of flipped it on us. When we see Max scoring, he's usually being very aggressive, coming forward, and he was like the bull, the matador, the bullfighter. He had the cape, and he let Arnold bring the action, and then he finished the exchanges. Masterful fight. Really looking forward to what's next for both those guys. Um, not sure how the Calvin Kattar injury is going with that comeback. I would love to see him fight Allen again. But I did see that Max, he had a little exchange in regards to the Korean Zombie fight going back to Australia. I would love to see that fight. I think he said of the older generation, referring to like our age, and I think that that's a fight that everybody wants to see. New, old, whatever, you could put that on. I could see that as like a co-main event to another big title fight at the end of the year, or maybe no, I couldn't see that coming until like late fall, early winter. Give Max some time. A lot of good fights coming up, but yeah, great fights. Glad to see Max still has it. I don't think that Allen's stock dropped at all either. I think that the game plan just went in Max's favor. It was a great fight. Way to go, Max Holloway. All right, that's what I got, guys. Talk to you later. Bye bye.